If you're a Denver Nuggets fan, you gotta be pretty happy about where they're at right now. After an ugly 0-2 start, and eventually being 2-3, that was simply not good enough, and it was really looking like they might be going downhill, especially for their new addition, with that being Russell Westbrook. During their first 2 games, he shot a combined 2 of 18 from the field, having many people saying that the Denver Nuggets run was over, proclaiming Russell Westbrook the worst addition of the offseason, and many saying they wouldn't even be a top 8 seed. And well, I think we can say that was an overreaction. We definitely have a long way to go yet, don't get me wrong, but Denver is already proving much of that to be false, and with the quote-unquote Russell Westbrook experiment being at the forefront of that. They're now riding a 4-game win streak, and it's come with Westbrook playing over 30 minutes per game throughout it, starting in 3 of the 4 games, and with Aaron Gordon being out for basically 3 of them, and Jamal Murray missing 3 of them too. And during that 4-game win streak, Westbrook has put up about 15 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game, shooting 49% for the field, and 44% from 3. Filling both an on-the-ball role and off-the-ball role, and really thriving no matter where they put him on the court. Finishing nearly every game for them, that's been a big point of emphasis. Will Westbrook be in their closing game lineup? Will he not be? Lately he definitely has been, and has been very valuable for it too. Grabbing offensive rebounds for their team, playing good defense, hitting big buckets, and all around fitting within their lineup. And I think that's really the main takeaway here so far. He's proven that he can fit with their team, and in multiple different roles too. Coming off the bench, being in their starting lineup, finishing games for them, or simply being a good teammate. And even apart from Westbrook, the team around him is absolutely thriving, especially during that 4-game stretch. I mean, Nikola Jokic is having yet another MVP caliber year. I don't think that one shocks anyone. And even apart from him, Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 18 points per game on 41.4% 3-point shooting, not being negatively affected by Westbrook's spacing or lack thereof, which many people thought that he would. And not only him, but another guy like Christian Braun, for example, a lot of people thought that he would suffer, being an average 3-point shooter coming in, or kind of an up and down one, and entering a really big role. Many people thought that Westbrook might negatively affect him, and that's been anything but the case so far. Having truly a breakout year so far, perfectly replacing the production left by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and then some, averaging nearly 17 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, and shooting over 50% from the field and 3-point line too. On top of that, the Nuggets currently rank 7th offensively, not being negatively affected by Westbrook, let alone anyone on their team or anyone that left their team. They are 4th in 3-point percentage, shooting 39.6% from beyond the arc, are 2nd in assists per game, averaging 30.2 of them per game, and of their 42.8 made field goals per game, 30.2 of them have been assisted. A truly elite ratio, and very telling of their teamwork and all-around effective offense. And then something that was very different from their team last season happens to be the free throw rate and the amount of free throws they are making per game. They are number 1 in both free throw attempts and free throws made per game, attempting 28.6 of them per game and making 22.6 of them per game. And that's a big difference compared to last season. They were actually 2nd to last in both categories last season, and that's the effect of more Christian Braun and Russell Westbrook on their team so far. With that being said though, obviously the addition of Westbrook has not hurt them. It may have initially appeared that way, but after giving them a few games to mesh, if anything he appears to have helped their team. But how have they done it, and what has Westbrook done for their team? Well, the 2-man game between him and Jokic have absolutely been great. They've developed a really efficient 2-man game, whether it be Westbrook with the ball, Jokic with the ball, or Westbrook being an off-ball cutter with Jokic in the high post. And take a look at this play for example. The Denver Nuggets know that OKC is trying to double team Jokic here, so they post him up, but try to get him further away from the rim compared to usual, and more so to open up the middle of the court. And immediately after Jokic gets the ball from Christian Braun in the corner, Westbrook cuts to the middle, and with no defender following him, his man being Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went to double team Jokic. That left Westbrook having a wide open lane to the rim, with only a late contest from Chet Holmgren after Westbrook got the ball from Nikola Jokic. That's a product of their offense and what they can do with Westbrook, taking advantage of the attention that Nikola Jokic draws on the court, and perfectly having Westbrook get to the rim without any inclination of his 3-point shooting or lack thereof on the court. And then to accommodate him even further, they have added even more motion compared to prior years to avoid their offense becoming stagnant or for defenses to help off Westbrook. Right now, Denver is actually number 1 in cuts per game and number 1 in points per game off cuts so far, averaging nearly 17 points per game off cuts alone. That's a great indication of a motion offense, one with plenty of backdoor cutting, plenty of movement, plenty of screen setting, and very little stagnation. And that's been a problem for Westbrook in the past, teams not knowing what to do with him off the ball on offense, trying to make him a spot-up shooter, which has come and gone with effectiveness, or trying to do other things on the court, but very rarely with them working. But Denver has found a way to make it work, primarily being an off-ball cutter, an off-ball screen setter, and an all-around mover within their half-court offense. Definitely taking advantage again of the attention that Nikola Jokic draws on the court, especially from the high post, that opens up a bunch of backdoor cuts, and especially for a quick guy like Russell Westbrook to make them. But even apart from their half-court offense, they're now playing faster with Westbrook on their team too, accommodating more of his open style, up-tempo styled offense that he likes to play, and they're definitely doing it too. They're scoring about 4 more points per game in the open court compared to last season, averaging 18.4 fast break points per game, currently ranking 5th in the entire league, compared to 14.2 last season, ranking in the middle of the pack. But going back to the half-court setting, as this tends to be the bigger point of emphasis with Westbrook, they have been effective both with him on the court, without him on the court, and even dating back to preseason. Take a look at this play for example. Nikola Jokic initiates the offense and kind of unconventionally dribbles toward the corner to start a play. He then dishes it to Westbrook, followed by setting a corner pin down screen for him, allowing Westbrook to dribble toward the middle of the court, the best place for him to find open teammates and to really draw the attention of the defense. And from here, he is able to attract a ton of attention, which leads to a quick backdoor cut and score at the rim from Aaron Gordon, dished out and assisted by Russell Westbrook. They've actually ran this play a couple of times already. I unfortunately couldn't find a clip during the regular season that wasn't copyrighted, but the point here is that they're involving Westbrook within their offense in different ways, really running that 2-man game that I referred to before between him and Nikola Jokic, using Westbrook as an off-ball cutter, an off-ball mover, a playmaker, and different ways to take advantage of what he does well on the court. Both accommodating what he does well, again more transition offense, or getting him the ball in the middle of the court, while also finding ways to make him better in areas that he traditionally has not been great at on the court. Half-court off-ball movement for example, some corner spot-up shooting, and more. And for my overall thoughts on their team and what they've done with the Russell Westbrook experiment, it definitely can be tough to make Russell Westbrook work in a modern day offense, but the Denver Nuggets, or more specifically a team with Nikola Jokic, would have to be the perfect situation for it. And it really didn't take too long for them to figure it out, or for Westbrook to mesh with their team and especially with Nikola Jokic. And that's without even mentioning the corner crashing that he has done for them, the offensive rebounding that he has gotten for them, taking on tough matchups on defense, and simply giving them more depth for a veteran minimum level contract. With that being said though, what do you guys think? What have been your thoughts and takeaways about the Russell Westbrook experiment thus far? And how do you feel about the current Denver Nuggets team? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and turn on notifications so you never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.